Welcome to the John Fitzgerald Gymnasium. It's the championship night for the Rose City Tournament. First up, we've got the third place game between the Santa Rosa Panthers and the Petaluma Trojans. Santa Rosa at 4-2, Petaluma at 2-6. Both teams played tough last night but came up short. Hello everyone, I'm Dave Cox along with Travis Taylor, former Windsor head coach, and a big night here tonight. This third place game should be very interesting. Both these teams played very hard yesterday, came up short. You know they want to come out of here with a 2-1 record and move on to league play in a couple weeks.
Exactly. 2-1 is a lot better than 1-2, especially in these preseason tournaments.
No doubt about that. We'll take a look at the bracket right here and show you how we have arrived at this final day in the Rose City Tournament. Petaluma won their first game and then lost their second game. And then it was a great job by Cardinal Newman to beat Petaluma. Key players tonight for Petaluma, Zach Clark, who had a great game in the second half last night. He had 11 points after the intermission. They will hope to get some balance and some scoring from him all night long.
Zach Clark, one of those senior shooters. They have a couple, Izetta, Zach Clark, probably their most consistent shooters, and the Trojans expect big things from both those players tonight.
And on the other side, Andre Gaudreau for the Santa Rosa Panthers. He had a great game. He rebounded well. He scored for the Panthers. They need to have another big game from him tonight.
Gaudreau's a 3-year starter for the Panthers, one of those kind of do-it-all players. He can shoot from the outside. He attacks the basket. I'm sure he's one of those leaders for Coach Mott this year that he's going to expect big things from.
And there is Andre Gaudreau. Great night for him last night. And should be a good one right here. The third place game, Santa Rosa and Petaluma ready to take place here at the John Fitzgerald Gymnasium. We'll be back with the starting lineups and the toss in just a moment.
Are you searching for a great high school experience? Cardinal Newman is the only Catholic college preparatory high school in Santa Rosa. Be a part of a community where you will be known and supported during these key years of growth. Be a part of a fun and positive student body who embraces challenge and responsibility through faith, academics, service, visual and performing arts, and competition. Learn how to apply at cardinalnewman.org. Epicenter, where Sonoma County comes together. Experience Game On Arcade with over 100 games. Enjoy 16 lanes of upscale bowling at 710 Social. And check out Victory House, sports bar and restaurant with massive HD screens for awesome sports viewing. Burn off energy at Rock and Jump Trampoline Park or sign up for multi-sport leagues at Sports City. The Game On Garage hosts weekly esports tournaments for Fortnite, Super Smash Bros. Melee, and more. 3215 Coffee Lane in Santa Rosa or visit epicenter.com, where Sonoma County comes together.
For over 80 years, George Peterson Insurance has been protecting our community, helping businesses and individuals get the right coverage for their needs. We are proud to expand our presence to Marin County with the Minto and Wilkie and Allen, Bettini and Carter agencies located in San Rafael. We are excited for the opportunity to continue to grow our personal and employer resources and services in the North Bay. We are still committed to this promise to all Northern California.
We've got your back. George Peterson Insurance.
Tonight's game presented by title sponsor Izetta Data and Communications, specializing in data and voice cabling, delivering the highest quality of workmanship and materials. Izetta Data and Communications.
And here we go. We're about ready for this one to start at the John Fitzgerald Gymnasium, the 51st Rose City Tournament. Should be a nice crowd coming in here as the night goes on. While we're waiting for that, let's meet the starting lineups for tonight's game.
Junior 6'4" forward, number 14, Ryan Sullivan.
First up, we'll take a look at the Petaluma Trojans. Robbie Izetta, Ryan Sullivan, Zach Clark, Sam Brown, and Kenny Alexander. Kenny Alexander had a good first half last night for Petaluma. Zach Clark, a great second half. They'll hope to put it all together tonight. Now we'll take a look at the Santa Rosa Panthers starting lineup. And there it is, Leslie Goodwin, Jalen Prince, Alan Baker, and Andre Gaudreau. Grant Goodwin, who just moved here. There's the Petaluma head coach, Scott Bears. Goodwin moved here from the Reading area. And he has added a big boost to this Santa Rosa Panther team. So we're ready to go. Our referees tonight, Will Smith and Steve Fuji, 2 veteran referees. And we are ready to go. Zach Clark and Andre Godot will jump center. A couple of guys with bandages on right now. Kind of a rough thing that happened last night when Ryan Sullivan and Kenny Alexander collided. They both have stitches. They both have bandages over those areas. So, and there's a turnover right off the bat by Santa Rosa. So a rough start for the Panthers.
Yeah, a bit of a sloppy start there. You know, first quarter, first minute jitters. Hopefully they'll settle down here real soon.
Panthers at 4-2 this year. Kind of a promising start until the loss last night. Tough matchup for them. That Redwood team was very big, very strong inside, and they gave the Panthers problems all night long. Not only that, they had a good full court press that caused the Panthers some problems as well. Petaluma's first possession. They're wearing the white with the purple trim, and there is Zach Clark down the lane. Kicks it to Kenny Alexander. Alexander off the front iron. Jalen Prince running the floor for Santa Rosa. There's Goodwin trying to penetrate, kicks it into the corner. 3-ball on the way for Tyler Edwards, off the mark. Gaudreau with a very nice offensive rebound. Panthers get a fresh 30 seconds. Edwards gives it to Gaudreau. Gaudreau with the left hand blocked by Alexander, but it falls right into the hands of Tyler Edwards, who puts it up and in.
Nice drive by Gaudreau. Good things happen when you attack the basket.
Panthers very resilient that time. Izetta takes that pass and finds Sam Brown in the corner off the front rim. There's Gaudreau with another rebound. He had 8 rebounds last night, really controlled the boards all night for the Panthers. Edwards flips it up and in, but travels. Second turnover of the night for the Santa Rosa Panthers. There you see the stitches and the bandage for Kenny Alexander. It was a rough play. They just kind of turned into each other and bumped noggins. Robbie Alexander trying to get it into the front court, manages to. Sullivan now. Sullivan, the other guy that's got that big bandage. And here's Zach Clark traveling. So both teams have turned it over here in the early going. What's it been for you like this year, Travis, not coaching high school basketball? You having withdrawals or anything, or has it been kind of nice having some free time?
Oh, it's been nice. A little more family time. I'm helping out with a 4th grade CYO team, so I miss it, but it's also been nice to do things like this.
So you are coaching. You're just not coaching at the high school level.
Exactly.
Off the front rim, there is Kenny Alexander with the rebound. Well, thanks for joining us today. It'll be great to have you here on both games as the Petaluma Trojans and the Santa Rosa Panthers kick it off here live on YSN365.com. It's been a great couple of weeks. We brought you 3 days of action from the Cardinal Newman Classic last week, now the Rose City Tournament. Hopefully we'll have some other tournament action coming up here in the coming weeks, and then regular season play as Sam Brown sticks one from the outside, and Petaluma's on the board.
Sam Brown, a nice left-handed shot. Basketball is probably his second sport. He is an absolute stud on the baseball diamond.
Yeah, no question about that. He is a great baseball player and will be playing baseball at the next level for sure. So a quick timeout right there taken by Santa Rosa, their first of the night.
I think Coach Lott's just a little disappointed in the defensive energy. Petaluma's spreading them out a little bit. I think he wants to switch some of the dribble handoff action and make sure they get out there and challenge those shots. So a quick timeout to remind the boys about the defense.
Madison Lott, who moved over here from Elsie Allen High School. And we'll see if Santa Rosa has made some adjustments now, as we are tied 2-2 here in the first quarter of this Rose City Tournament third place game. The championship game will follow. There's Jalen Prince bouncing it down to Gaudreau. Gaudreau with Sullivan, and Gaudreau flips it up, doesn't get it, but he'll shoot a pair. Andre Gaudreau going to the line for Santa Rosa.
There you see that inside game. Gaudreau is an excellent outside shooter, but he's had a nice drive to the basket, and there was a little back to the basket post move. Yeah, I thought he looked good in the post yesterday for sure.
And he gets the second one.
Santa Rosa showing that full court pressure.
And there's the fouls. Jalen Prince was dogging Robbie Izetta up the floor, so Prince picks up his first personal foul. Teams are even with one apiece. And now here comes Robbie Izetta. Alexander with Izetta setting a big screen. When he sets a screen, it is a wide one. Alexander looks like a guy who could do some damage on the football field as well. Izetta up top gives it over to Zach Clark. Brown in the corner. Alexander trying to post up against this zone. Nice little seam there, but Zach Clark took an extra step, and both teams have turned it over twice now in the first quarter, and that's got to be frustrating for the coaches right now. They're having pretty good patience, but then when you travel, it kind of eliminates all possibility of getting off a decent shot.
Yep, still might be those first quarter jitters, just trying to settle down and get into more of a flow here on both ends of the court for both teams.
1 point lead for the Panthers. Edwards, nice bounce into the corner, and the shot is good for Alan Baker. His first basket of the night. Santa Rosa adding to their lead. Sullivan trying to get it into Alexander, but Gaudreau fronts him nicely. Izetta now up top. The lefty fires up from just inside the arc, and Sam Brown hustles after it and then throws it away. Gaudreau with Alexander. Edwards trying to stretch the defense, and he hits a three. Tyler Edwards from the outside, and now Petaluma wants to take a timeout. So both teams taking a 30-second timeout early on in this one, and that'll give us an opportunity to take a look at that bracket. I think we found that page now. And there it is. You see Cardinal Newman beat Rancho, Windsor and Petaluma. Petaluma moves to the right. Redwood and Santa Rosa. Redwood all the way. Down below, you see we're in that third place game, and on the left side, Windsor and San Marin. I was kind of paying attention. I think who won that game?
San Marin.
San Marin won that one.
San Marin
I
won
knew
a close
you were
one.
paying attention.
Yeah, exactly.
I was lightly paying attention as I was getting prepared for this game.
And Rancho Cotati won that 7th place game.
Yeah, they did by about 15 points. Rancho looked good in that one. So they end up getting a win in 7th place. Don't want to get skunked. That is always a bummer when you come to a tournament like this. Zach Clark across. Piner playing in the championship up in Arcata tonight. They've done well in that tournament.
Piner 9-0. Early in the year, they're playing an undefeated Fortuna team, so someone will get their first loss tonight up in Humboldt County.
Kenny Alexander notching that one. Edwards bumped in the lane, and he traveled. Called it. Probably could have gone either way. Santa Rosa with an 8-4 lead. Some substitutions now. Petaluma's going to get some fresh legs on the floor. As they get Eric Perez, good-looking sophomore player, Eric Perez. Also, George Tynes checks in. So we see Sullivan take a little bit of a break.
A couple of really good athletes off the bench here, Tynes and Perez. These guys can...
I got to wonder, those two guys colliding heads like that, there might have been close to having to have concussion protocol. That's always a big deal nowadays, but apparently not. They're apparently okay. I've seen players with concussions have to sit out as long as like 10 days just waiting to clear that. Nice block from the backside by Alan Baker. And Santa Rosa now has a chance to add to the lead. Bounce into the corner. And a blocking foul. Tynes picked up that personal foul as he bumped Russell Franklin, who was trying to get the baseline there for the Santa Rosa Panthers. Franklin had a couple nice plays coming off the bench last night.
Called that foul on the floor. Looked like he might have been going up, but the Panthers will take it out underneath.
Outside shot, good. Count that one as Prince nails our first bomb of the night. And Jalen Prince makes it 11-7, and Santa Rosa comes up with a steal. Prince to the rack. He has 5, 2 big plays in a row for Jalen Prince. And Santa Rosa has a 9-point lead here in this first quarter.
Little spurt ability from the Panthers, a 3, and then this run and jump pressure is definitely getting the tempo in their favor, causing some problems for Petaluma.
Yeah, like the energy right now for Santa Rosa.
You see long arms, good active hand by Prince. Gets the ball in transition, attacks the basket. 3-pointer the possession before, so 5 quick points from number 5.
It's going to be interesting this year. The realignment of the leagues, having the Oak and the Redwood division, could change things, could make it very interesting. Zach Clark for 3, and there he is.
Big shot. Yeah, I think so. We mentioned that Piner team. I think they will be a tough team to contend with in the Oak, and Santa Rosa looks much improved. Cardinal, Newman, Montgomery are always right there. Should be good competitive basketball this winter.
Yeah, it'll be nice to have Piner back in the Oak. I wish Hillsburg was in the Oak. I think they're in the Redwood this year, and they may be one of the best teams in the Empire as we see Clark with that 3 from the corner.
Yeah, Hillsburg's going to be tough. They're really big, led by the senior, Trey Chapman. They should be the favorite in that Redwood division. I think it was, probably tough to put them in the Oak just based on their school size. Their enrollment is so small, but they definitely have the talent to compete with anybody in the county. They play Cardinal Newman next week on Thursday in Healdsburg, so that should be a good matchup.
It's one thing I think that can be difficult in terms of that competitive equity situation when a team loses a bunch of seniors. They may have the points to move up, but maybe not the talent, and vice versa. A team may not have the points, but they may have a bunch of guys coming in the next year. And in basketball, it only takes 2 or 3 great players, and you got a good team. Football, a little different. And there's a foul. Sidro Garcia will go back to the line for Santa Rosa.
Garcia's a guy who started most games for these guys last year. Now it looks like the Panthers have a lot more depth. He's coming off the bench.
Garcia gets the first one, and it's 15-7. Nice looking touch from the free throw line. Garcia's hit 4, and the lead is 16-7 now for the Santa Rosa Panthers. Petaluma having trouble getting into any kind of an offensive rhythm, and now the foul call on Goodwin. Goodwin had a nice spurt last night in the second quarter where he had a couple steals and scored some basket. He looks like a nice player that's going to really help this Panther team this year, having moved here from the Reading area. Always nice when you get a guy to move in that's a good varsity player and a starter to boot.
Always nice to get a couple of good transfers. I've been lucky enough to have a couple of good ones move in over the years. And the Santa Rosa team has really picked up their defense. That's Coach Lott called that timeout during the first minute. They're playing a lot harder and causing some problems, and it's led to some easy baskets.
Another turnover by Petaluma. Yeah, getting one player to transfer, but when they're twins, boy, that's nice.
Yes, it was.
Took me about a season and a half to figure out which one was which. It wasn't that hard, but for some reason I had a hard time with that.
Left-handed and right-handed, that's the only way I could do it. Riley was lefty, Justin was righty, but they both were really good players.
Will Smith making the call. That foul going against Petaluma, or against Santa Rosa, excuse me. Russell Franklin picking up the personal that time, and here comes Petaluma now. Franklin comes up with a steal, but Zach Clark controls it. Nice bounce pass to Perez. He bobbled, but managed to lay it in. Eric Perez with his first basket of the night, and Petaluma trying to find some rhythm. Garcia, nice play. Big first quarter here for Isidro Garcia. He has 6 points for the Panthers. Really looking forward to the nightcap. We'll have the Redwood Giants taking on Cardinal Newman, and that looks to be a very good matchup. Both teams have some size. Both teams have good guard play. I think it's going to be an excellent game.
Should be a great game. Yeah, Redwood's got a deep senior class, super athletic. They like to get after you in full court press. Cardinal Newman is always really solid. They have a great senior class as well, so it should be an excellent championship game.
Another foul call there that went against Emilio Campos, who checked in moments ago. Great player on the Santa Rosa High School football team this year, now on the hardwood. Robbie Izetta. And looks like we get a foul call. Is that away from the ball? I'm not sure what they called there. Yeah, they called that away from the ball on Gehring, his first personal. So the officials very active here in the first quarter, and it's a 9-point lead with 30 seconds to go for Santa Rosa.
Santa Rosa's going to look to hold for the last shot of the quarter here, I would think. Shot clock is turned off.
Russell Franklin back up top to Campos. Trying to let that clock get down near 10 seconds is usually the rule of thumb. And there it is. Good one. Nice pass underneath. Petaluma comes down with it, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Nice rebound by Gehring. Santa Rosa off to a great start. They lead at 18-9 after one. See if the Petaluma Trojans can get their offense going as we go to a break right here, and we'll be back with the start of quarter number 2 in just a moment.
I'm failing. No big deal.
What about college?
Face it, I'm not getting into college.
Fighting doesn't work.
We can't let him keep failing.
Maybe he'll outgrow it.
It's not just a phase. You saw his report card.
Ignoring it doesn't work.
Ma, I said I'd do better. Saying it and doing it are two different things.
Punishment doesn't work. What does work is a Huntington Learning Center. By improving basic skills, we build motivation and confidence, and kids look forward to learning. Call 1-800-CAN-LEARN today. Your child can learn.
Highlights presented by Wild California, featuring the crispiest, crunchiest, most delicious, and healthy snack around. Watch out, potato chips. Things are about to get wild. Available in Sonoma County at Oliver's Market, G&G, and Molesbury's.
There you see the score, 18-9 as we get ready to start the second quarter. Panthers off to a nice start here in this third place game, trying to get a win here in this Rose City tournament and finish their record 2-1. Got a few more holiday tournaments coming up. I believe the Callan Memorial Tournament is next week down at Casa Grande High School, and the Sonoma County Classic is coming up, although I'm not sure, I haven't seen the dates on that one yet, at Pioneer High School, and there's a foul underneath. The Trojans will send Gehring to the line. Garrett Gehring was fouled.
Yeah, the Classic's always after Christmas. So you got the Windsor Holiday Shootout and the Sonoma County Classic at Pioneer, sandwiched there between New Year's and Christmas. And then that Callan tournament at Casa Grande is next week, which is always a great tournament and a terrific cause.
We hope to be able to cover more tournament play in the coming weeks, and I'll said it before, I'll say it again, all we need is a little help from the business community to make it happen, and we will be covering more basketball this year, hopefully on somewhat of a weekly basis. Edwards from the outside. Nice rebound. Gehring very active here in the first half for Petaluma. Here comes Robbie Izetta now with Emilio Campos. Good matchup right there. Izetta gets by him, but Gaudreau puts a hand out and grabs the rock. Here comes Campos, and he's fouled from behind. Great steal for Andre Gaudreau. Campos will earn free throws out of the play, and Santa Rosa is clicking on all cylinders right now.
Yeah, between Campos and Prince, Baker, Garcia, all these Santa Rosa guards, they just come at you in waves. I would not want to be the point guard playing against this full court pressure.
Yeah, Robbie Izetta really a key guy.
It's the old saying, guard people the way you would hate to be guarded. And I'm sure Izetta's not having a lot of fun going into this pressure every possession. Here it comes again.
Steal again. Here comes Campos again, ahead of the pack, and he lays it in. Emilio Campos makes it 20-11. Santa Rosa.
They set up in that full court pressure man, and then as soon as Izetta crosses half court, they look to run a double team at you. Called a run and jump. It's not easy to attack.
And Izetta is fouled by Campos. Team foul starting to rack up as we see that last possession for Santa Rosa.
Yep, another deflection and steal. I think Petaluma's got to look to maybe throw some diagonal skip passes. You can pick that ball up and throw it over the top, get a couple of layups. That might help Santa Rosa loosen up the pressure. But until you get layups, they're not going to let up.
Izetta off the front rim.
Izetta's legs are going to be a little tired. I know he's a great shooter and a scorer for the Trojans, but he has to handle a lot of the ball handling, so he's working hard.
There's a good one. Tough pass, trying to skip it across the lane, and stepping in front of it was Ivan Cortez for Petaluma. See if the Trojans can get into the half-court game now, and there's a foul up top on Goodwin. They're calling it pretty tight right now. They've established kind of, you touch the guy, you're going to get a foul call. So that's going to bode well for Petaluma right now because they are in the bonus, and Izetta will try and hit 1 and 1 at the free throw line.
Yeah, that's the other side of the coin. When you bring that full court pressure and you're trapping and hand checking, you might be in foul trouble.
Izetta gets the first. He'll get a bonus. Petaluma moving to the Vine Valley Athletic League. We talked about the North Bay Oak and Redwood, and the Vine Valley Athletic League will be very interesting this year. We don't get a chance to see those teams from Napa, Vintage, and American Canyon in basketball. In fact, I can't remember the last time I've seen one of those teams play on the hardwood. I've seen them in football a few times, but not in basketball.
We played Napa last year at Windsor. They got a big guy and some shooters, and Cardinal Newman opened with them this year and had a 5-point victory. So they've got some pieces. I think it's a wide open league.
Yeah, I did. I was at that game. I think we even have highlights of it on YSN, and Napa looked pretty good. Yeah, I was impressed. Jalen Prince will go to the free throw line now. Got the first one.
The Santa Rosa team's got some depth this year. They're a really senior-heavy squad, and they don't miss much or lose much when they go to the bench.
Yeah, they definitely look pretty strong this year, and their record indicates it at 4-2. Montgomery kind of off to a tough start this year. They got banged around a little bit up in that Arcata tournament by Fortuna. Fortuna's in the championship after beating Montgomery by 20 the first night up there.
That Fortuna team can really shoot the ball, so they spread you out and they just make shots.
Izetta in the open floor over Jalen Prince. Robbie Izetta. Nice play for the Trojans as the Petaluma squad tries to close the gap a little bit. Panthers now in their half-court set. Garcia, who's looked good so far tonight, gets it to Gaudreau. Gaudreau and Sam Brown. Gaudreau down the lane. Alexander with the rebound. Kenny Alexander, who got off to a great start last night against a lot of his former teammates, Cardinal Newman guys. He transferred, I believe, his sophomore year to Petaluma High School. Had a great career for the Trojans. Here comes Zach Clark now. Little runner off the front rim. Gaudreau has his third rebound. Jalen Prince gives it up top now.
It's interesting. Santa Rosa looks like they play Edwards out on the perimeter, even though he's listed as their post player, and Gaudreau spends most of his time around the basket.
Garcia having a big first half. 8 points now for Isidro Garcia.
Here comes that trap on the sideline again. Don't want to pick your dribble up right there.
And tie up. The possession arrow favors Santa Rosa, so that works.
You pick your dribble up on the sideline. That sideline acts as another defender. So you got two defenders trapping the ball, and then you can't step to your right because that sideline will be out of bounds.
Garcia looking for a screen from Edwards. Playing a little two-man game up top, and now Andre Gaudreau tries to work against Sam Brown. Good matchup there. Gaudreau goes behind the back, tries to drive between two players and travels. Good help that time by Kenny Alexander. Sixth turnover by Santa Rosa.
Santa Rosa setting up that pressure again. They are just pressing on make, miss, turnover. It doesn't matter. Santa Rosa is going to pick you up end line to end line.
Sam Brown tries to feed it underneath. Alexander does somehow end up with the ball. And he scores the basket. 3 ball on the way, no good. Sam Brown hits the floor hard. He and Kenny Alexander collided in the air. Looks like Brown's okay. Wow.
He got up there for that rebounding effort. That's what we call elevation right there. And yeah, clearly a foul on Edwards. Good sportsmanship, helping him up. Brown will go to the line, shake it off, and try and knock down free throws. 1-and-1 here.
Brown doesn't get the first one. Both teams having a little trouble with free throw shooting.
Good move by Garcia, attacking the basket and a sweet left-handed finish.
Garcia is having a huge first half.
And he's a transfer as well. His freshman year, he spent at LC Allen with Coach Lott, and then he came over to Santa Rosa last year as a sophomore. There's that diagonal pass I was talking about earlier. They were able to make him pay for a layup, throwing the ball from the right side to the left side.
Good job by Petaluma to beat the press and attack. 8-point game. Little weave, Goodwin doesn't get the 3. Still alive for Edwards, but it's Alexander who comes down with the ball. Almost stepped on the line, but keeps it alive for the Trojans. Petaluma getting a little more comfortable with the pressure, but then right as I say that, they travel again.
Panthers are making it tough for Izetta to get the ball. He's clearly their primary ball handler and their point guard and their floor general. So when he doesn't have it, they seem a little bit unorganized.
It's 9 turnovers now for the Petaluma Trojans. Santa Rosa has taken advantage. They lead it 26-18. Here goes Andre Gaudreau trying to get past Brown. Hasn't been able to do it much so far tonight. Good one for 3. Off the mark. That's Zach Clark diving in for the rebound, and he ends up sliding out of bounds.
Here come the Panthers once again, picking up full court, man-to-man, and probably going to run a double team right about now.
And they get the steal. Goodwin with the lay-in at the other end. 10 turnovers now.
Coach Bears is asking for another timeout.
So a nice job by the Santa Rosa Panthers. We have a timeout taken on the floor. It is a 10-point lead for the Santa Rosa Panthers. We'll take a break right here. And we'll be back with more action from the Rose City Tournament in just a moment right here on YSN 365.com.
Sell wine country, ranch, and vineyard property? Vice Properties, with over 75 years of combined experience, can make it happen. Vice Properties specializes in North Bay ranch and vineyard properties with in-depth local knowledge and relationships unparalleled in wine country. Vice Properties can also help with commercial, investment, and residential properties. We know the market. Let us help you get the best deal possible. Call Vice Properties today or go to Vice.
Tonight's game sponsored by Cardinals for Mr. Kirk, an alumni organization dedicated to working with the current administration to preserve the traditions of Cardinal Newman High School. 28-18. Panthers causing problems for Petaluma. Now 11 turnovers out of the timeout. They get another one diving for the ball, and it's Santa Rosa that ends up with it. Gaudreau now. Into the corner to Goodwin. Goodwin's had some good looks, hasn't cashed in. Prince off the mark, and Sam Brown has his second rebound of the night, but the Panthers get it back again. Isidro Garcia, nice no-look pass. Gaudreau can't quite finish. That was tough. Great look that time, and just would not drop for Santa Rosa.
Trojans need to settle down a little bit here and value the basketball.
Alexander posting up. That's what they want to do if they can get it across the court and set up that half-court game, because clearly Alexander can do some damage down low. 8-point lead. Goodwin fading off the front iron.
Tough shot right there. Contested jump shot. Coach Lott probably wanted to move the ball a little bit more that last possession.
Nice drive. Stays with Petaluma, however. Perez missed a shot. Trojans get it back. Alexander rattles the rim, no good. Gaudreau has rebound number 4.
Feels like Santa Rosa has kind of dictated the first half and outplayed the Trojans in a lot of the game, but they're only up 8. Petaluma's hanging tough. Be a big last minute of the half. See what happens here.
Under a minute to go. Garcia lost the handle, but it ends up right in Edwards' hands, who fires up a 3. No good. Kind of interesting strategy. You mentioned it, using the big fella, kind of pull the defense out. Clearly, he's got the touch to hit that 3-point shot. He's hit 1 of 3 so far, however. They're going to respect his shot. He's going to have to knock him down on a more consistent basis. And it looks like we have a timeout here, which is 33.4 seconds to go. And it's a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay here.
It's going to be Petaluma ball here out of the timeout. So it's kind of an interesting spot. It's on the baseline, but it's near the sideline, so it's in the corner more or less. We'll see if Coach Bears is drawing up an inbounds play to score, if he's just going to get it in and then run a more conventional play. Good job, Alexander, rebounding his own miss, padding his stats a little bit there, off to rebound, and then an easy 2-point basket.
Scott Bears trying to keep his Trojans in it, and despite the fact that they've played poorly, they've turned the ball over 12 times. They only trailed by 8, so they've got to be feeling pretty good about that, and this is a big possession right here.
Yeah, 2.5 second differential on the shot clock. So we'll see if Petaluma is going to run it all the way down and hold to the last shot, or if they're going to go a little quicker.
Clark to Izetta.
Good play.
Nice bounce pass underneath. Alexander does it again, 2 times in a row down the floor. They've been able to post up Kenny Alexander, who has 6 in the quarter, but they've left the Panthers time, and they can't quite get it. Clark with a nice rebound to close out the quarter, and it's a 6-point game, so a nice way to close things out there by Petaluma. They settled down a little bit, got a couple good looks for Kenny Alexander.
Yeah, I think it's easy for Petaluma. Their keys are going to be getting the ball inside a little bit and getting the game into a more of a half-court flow. Santa Rosa wants to get up and down, make it helter-skelter, play end-line to end-line. If Petaluma can get it to more of a half-court game, they've got a good chance to pull this one out.
So an interesting first half. Santa Rosa leads it by 6. Take a break right here and be back with the halftime highlights and the start of quarter number 3 here in the Rose City Tournament 3rd place game.
At George Peterson Insurance, we support the communities we serve and live in. You'll find us helping out at the Boys and Girls Club and Sonoma Humane Society, collecting food for the Redwood Empire Food Bank, and more. It's our goal to make our neighborhoods a better place. We are invested in your success. For over 75 years, George Peterson Insurance has been serving our communities and customers with top-notch service and competitive pricing. Find out what we have to offer. George Peterson Insurance, we've got your back.
Stockholm Construction specializes in metal stud framing, drywall, taping, acoustical ceilings, doors, frames, and hardware. Stockholm Construction is a family-owned and operated business with an emphasis on teamwork, establishing a reputation for completing their projects in a timely and professional manner while delivering a quality product. Stockholm Construction. North Bay Elite AAU girls basketball attending the top NCAA showcases in the country, with former players competing at the NCAA Division I, II, III, and NAIA levels, winners of 2 Pacific District Level 1 national qualifiers. For the best in girls AAU basketball, it's the North Bay Elite.
Mead Clark Lumber Company, locally owned and part of the community for over 100 years. With the right information and the right materials, Mead Clark is the right lumber yard. So shop where the contractors shop, at Mead Clark Lumber.
Are you searching for a great high school experience? Cardinal Newman is the only Catholic college preparatory high school in Santa Rosa. Be a part of a community where you will be known and supported during these key years of growth. Be a part of a fun and positive student body who embraces challenge and responsibility through faith, academics, service, visual and performing arts, and competition. Learn how to apply at cardinalnewman.org.
Edwards.
best.
The guy. And at the half, it's 28-22. The teams are out of the locker room and getting ready for the start of the third quarter. Let's take a look at some of the highlights of that first half of play. Here's Petaluma doing their thing. Edwards gives it to Gaudreau. Gaudreau with the left hand blocked by Alexander, but it falls right into the hands of Tyler Edwards. Edwards trying to stretch the defense, and he hits it.
And then Edwards again for three. So Edwards with the inside-out combo. And then here's that defense leading the offense. The pressure creates a steal and then an easy layup the other way for Santa Rosa. Here's Garcia with a sweet right-to-left crossover and then a tough finish in the paint with his left hand. And once again, that full-court pressure just causes so many problems and leading to easy baskets for the Panthers. So we'll see if Petaluma can settle down.
Will, hang on. All right, we'll take a look at some highlights now for the Petaluma Trojans. That was the Santa Rosa halftime highlights. Here's Petaluma doing their thing. Zach Clark.
There it is. Zach Clark teeing one up from the baseline corner, knocking it down. Izetta, that's what they need to do right there. Look over the top. You know, probably one too many passes there by Brown, but big Alexander with the finish in the middle. There's a diagonal pass I was talking about. Right side to left side. Led to meet the basket. And then here's a sweet play. The screener, get the ball reversed, and then another easy basket inside. That's going to be the key for Petaluma. Get that ball down low and make the Panthers pay for that full court pressure.
See if they can get Kenny Alexander involved in the offense early on here in this third quarter. Gaudreau steps on the line. Panthers had 7 turnovers in the first half, Petaluma 12. Rebounding edge to Petaluma, however. He had 11 rebounds to 7 rebounds for Santa Rosa. Santa Rosa had 1 3-point basket. Petaluma had 1 3-point basket as well.
They call a quick foul there. Steve Fuji calling Clark with the push-off, trying to set the press break. So Santa Rosa turns it over, but they'll get it right back. Shooter corner, the
Campos.
All-American inbounds play. Run the inbound shooter right to the ball side corner, shoot a 3. Good play. Here comes that trap again. Izetta comes across half court. He got the ball in his hands a little quicker, though.
There's Brown. Nice pass to Izetta all the way across the court. Off the mark. There's Anderson with the rebound for the Santa Rosa Panthers. Panthers had a 10-point lead much of that quarter, but Petaluma closed out the half strong. There's Trevor Anderson hitting one from the outside.
A long 2.
And he was close to the 3-point line. Trevor Anderson, who also played quarterback on the Santa Rosa Panther football team. Kind of an interesting offense. Anderson came in and they ran more of a spread and threw the ball with Anderson. Petaluma turns it over at the other end.
Yeah, it's spread offenses. Most teams want to run that these days on the football field. Although I think Petaluma's still running, Krista's running that triple option veer, right?
Yep.
They're never going to get away from that.
Gaudreau down the lane. Nice pass underneath. Anderson can't hang on to it, however, and Sam Brown takes it away. Panthers get the steal right back. Prince, 4-3. Swatted by Sullivan, and Zach Clark has the rebound.
I think whatever team can settle down and stop turning the ball over is going to have a great chance to win this game. And
we've got a whistle up top. Steve Fuji blowing the whistle. And it goes against Trevor Anderson, his first personal foul. First team foul against the Panthers here to start the second half.
The service dog from the Redwood assistant coach just ran by Coach Lott. I don't think he realized whose dog it was. It surprised him a little bit.
There's Brown trying a three. Zach Clark hustles after the offensive board. Fresh 30 for the Petaluma Trojans. Shot clock got set really late. They're going to get about 35 seconds on this one, but they turn it over. Turnovers have been the problem for the Trojans. Garcia had a good first half. 10 points to lead all scorers, and that one was thrown away, so Petaluma will get it back.
Yeah, both coaches got to be a little bit frustrated. Ball's getting turned over on both ends of the floor. You want your kids to be aggressive, play with confidence, but you got to value that basketball every possession. Good pass by Izetta.
Brown gets Gaudreau up in the air and draws the foul. So Sam Brown will go to the free throw line. Second personal foul against Andre Gaudreau.
Yeah, Brown went up with his right, almost had the N1. He's a natural lefty, but pretty strong down there. I think he can finish either hand.
Brown has 4 points so far tonight. And he gets the second.
Little high ball screen by Santa Rosa, trying to give Garcia some gaps to attack. Gaudreau's more of a point forward. He does a great job setting up his teammates, drove the ball into the paint, made a nice little jump stop, and kicked the ball out to Trevor Anderson, who was fouled.
Anderson going to the free throw line now.
Now, was Santa Rosa's football team, were they in the Redwood or the Oak division? You know, Dave?
Alexander picked up the personal that time. And Anderson cashes in on both.
Santa Rosa picking up full court again. Garcia is really working hard to pressure the ball. See, Petaluma's breaking the pressure better, but they're not making them pay for layups or dunks, so Santa Rosa's going to keep coming after them until they can get some easy baskets and make them pay.
Perez tied up by Anderson, bounces it to Alexander. Nice defense by Gaudreau. Panthers looking to add to an 8-point lead. Emilio Campos well off the mark, and Alexander comes down with it. Petaluma trying to create at the other end in transition. Perez can't get it, and there's Trevor Anderson again. Prince goes behind the back. Garcia thought about a three, now settles for Anderson. Anderson steps inside the three-point line, and it's Clark who comes down with his fourth rebound of the ball game so far for the Petaluma Trojans.
Coach Lott's got some subs checking in. I definitely think Santa Rosa is a deeper team, so that may pay dividends here in the second half. Another steal by Santa Rosa.
Jalen Prince in and out. Clark lost the handle, but it's going to be Petaluma's ball. I'm not sure how that worked out, but that's the way they call it.
Izetta coming off to take a well-earned breather on the bench for Petaluma. Although this may be tough for them to break the press here without their starting point guard on the floor.
Tie up. Possession arrow is pointed toward Petaluma. Santa Rosa defense just hawking the ball the entire floor, making things tough. 16 turnovers by Petaluma. A lot of coaches use these tournament times, especially if they're not involved in a tournament, to scout teams. You get to see a lot of different teams in a short amount of time, and that makes it nice.
Yeah, that's right. Helps your teams get prepared for the league season. Get a little film, get a scouting report. Petaluma running their dribble weave up top. Nearly traveled, but good job keeping that pivot foot down.
Gaudreau with the block. Alexander thought he had a free look that time, but Gaudreau was right behind him and swatted that one away. Waiting in the wings, Redwood and Cardinal Newman. They'll play for the championship here in this 51st Rose City tournament. Sam Brown scoops it to Alexander, who lost the handle. Santa Rosa's ball.
Another turnover. Like I said in the first half, it feels like Santa Rosa is dominating the game, but they are only up 8, so Petaluma can just settle down.
Jalen Prince, nice move. 9 points for Prince. There's that double team and a foul called. Reaching in that time for the Santa Rosa Panthers was Alan Baker, his first personal foul.
The guy said I got a minute, maybe a minute and a half of rest, and he's back on the floor. The Trojans just need him to handle the ball. He's a good senior ball handler. Here comes that trap from Santa Rosa. Good job looking over the top. That's what they need to do more of.
And Gaudreau gets another block. His second of the quarter. Goodwin tries the long bounce pass, and Prince can't catch up.
Good idea by Goodwin. Probably needs to take the ball to the basket, another dribble or two, and make that defender stop him. If he doesn't stop him, he could have got a layup himself. Or then make that pass.
Traveling. 18 turnovers now for Petaluma. Under 3 to go, and it's a 10-point lead for the Panthers. Traveling again, take it the other way.
Yeah, these guys got to slow down a little bit, kind of getting those feet shuffled, trying to go a little bit too quick.
Yeah, it's been kind of the story of the game. Both teams have had a hard time taking care of the basketball at different times.
Santa Rosa doing a great job just running that double at Izetta, getting the ball in his hands.
Izetta off the mark. Alexander, an offensive rebound, and he gets the basket and one.
You know what? Petaluma got a shot off. They didn't turn it over. You get a shot off, good things happen. They didn't make it, but you see Izetta getting the ball reversed to him, and he misses. But the shot gives his teammate an opportunity to get that rebound and get a putback plus the foul, so a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play here.
Alexander completes the three-point play. 11 points for Kenny Alexander. Petaluma hanging in there, Travis. They just won't go away today, and Santa Rosa's had plenty of opportunities to build this lead back up into double digits and kind of put this thing to bed, but the Trojans keep fighting back.
Yeah, I like this team. Both these clubs, I think, have a chance to contend in their respective leagues. Santa Rosa in the Oak Division of the NBL, and Petaluma in that new Vine Valley League.
Oh, nice block by Alexander. Trojans defense coming up big with the stop. Perez loses the handle, but Izetta is right there to scoop it up. Robbie Izetta working on Prince. Clark in the corner. Clark, no good. Gets his own miss, and it's a fresh 30. 5 rebounds for Zach Clark. Got 11 points in the second half last night in their semifinal loss. There's Perez, in and out. Alexander keeps it alive, but a whistle. And Edwards gets called for the foul. Fighting with Alexander, who has 7 rebounds right now. Big game for Kenny Alexander. He's heading for a double-double.
They may call that a double foul. Yeah, they got Alexander and Edwards, just 2 big kids banging down underneath.
Yeah, they were kind of pushing back and forth a little bit right there, so give each player a personal. That's 3 personals on Kenny Alexander.
Ball's going to stay with Petaluma.
And Steve Fuji calls the foul up top. Are these same referees for the championship game? It's going to make things interesting because they've called it pretty tight tonight. And I think both teams are probably going to get after each other full court like we saw them do in the semifinals.
Yeah, it should be a great game. But I think we got a good finish on tap here in this third place game.
No doubt about it. 1:38 to go here in the third. Izetta gets around Prince. Long skip pass over to Zach Clark. Perez, a little shake and bake, ends up dishing off. Now it's Izetta down the lane, throws it up somehow. And there's a foul. Alexander reaching behind, gets Dylan Leslie, who had position, and that's going to be 4 on Alexander.
Yep, Alexander's going to have to come off the floor here because of that fourth foul.
Scott Bear's concerned about that development as Kenny Alexander picks up a couple fouls here in the last 2 possessions.
Coach Lott and Ruben Knowles scheming some strategy here. Try and pull away in the fourth quarter for the Panthers.
Gaudreau flips it up and in. Nice bucket for Andre Gaudreau.
That was a great move. Caught the ball, jabbed right, went left, got to the basket in 1 or 2 dribbles.
He's been kind of quiet. Had 14 points last night, just 3 so far tonight. Nice steal by Dylan Leslie.
There it is again. Straight line to the basket from the top of the key in 1 dribble.
Gaudreau trying to keep it alive, and it's out of bounds off the Panthers. So Petaluma's ball still hanging in there. It's a 9-point lead for Santa Rosa. It's been kind of 7 to 10 points all night long for the Santa Rosa Panthers. Saved by Gaudreau.
Good press break by the Trojans. Just couldn't put the ball in the basket on the other end.
Yeah, going to the line is Zach Clark. Fouls Baker.
Baker's a great athlete. Runs the floor well. Attacks the basket. He should have a great senior season here in the NBL Oak Division.
.33 seconds to go here in this quarter. And Baker gets the second. See if Petaluma can handle the press here. Shot clock is off. And they throw it away. Garcia does a great job disrupting things.
Yeah, double team gets ran at anybody other than Izetta. The Trojans are struggling. Izetta's doing a good job. You can tell he's a senior and experienced point guard. But the other guys are struggling against the pressure. Looks like the Panthers going to hold for the last shot here. Maybe go a little 4 low, let Garcia attack.
Garcia all the way down the lane, and he's fouled just before the quarter comes to an end. So Garcia will go to the free throw line. He hasn't scored in this third quarter. He had 10 points in the first half, so he has a chance to put his team up by a little bit more than double digits. Right now it's 11, so they can close this out very nicely. If Garcia can connect, he's been perfect so far from the free throw line. That is 5 of 5 for Isidro Garcia. Misses the second. Zach Clark has it.
The old broadcaster jinx, Dave.
Hey, it works every time.
That's right. 5 for 5 until you mention it. Tough foul there. Petaluma's been struggling to get good shots, and then fouled there on the rebound is going to allow Clark to potentially get 2 easy ones here before the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, boy, only a second and a few tenths off the clock right there. And Clark nails the first one. He has 4 points. And Clark gets the second. Long half-court shot off the mark by Alan Baker, and the third quarter comes to an end with the Panthers up 38-28. So Santa Rosa is just 8 minutes away from closing out this tournament 2-1. That would be huge for them if they can get out of here with the win tonight. But Petaluma will try and change the momentum. 3 quarters of play in the books. We'll turn the page and head for the final chapter of this one at the John Fitzgerald Gymnasium.
Epicenter, where Sonoma County comes together. Experience Game On Arcade with over 100 games. Enjoy 16 lanes of upscale bowling at 710 Social. And check out Victory House Sports Bar and Restaurant with massive HD screens for awesome sports viewing. Burn off energy at Rock and Jump Trampoline Park or sign up for multi-sport leagues at Sports City. The Game On Garage hosts weekly esports tournaments for Fortnite, Super Smash Bros. Melee, and more. 3215 Coffee Lane in Santa Rosa or visit epicenter.com, where Sonoma County comes together.
For over 80 years, George Peterson Insurance has been protecting our community, helping businesses and individuals get the right coverage for their needs. We are proud to expand our presence to Marin County with the Minto and Wilkie and Allen, Bettini and Carter agencies located in San Rafael. We are excited for the opportunity to continue to grow our personal and employer resources and services in the North Bay. We are still committed to this promise to all Northern California.
We've got your back. George Peterson Insurance.
For over 80 years, George
Final
Peterson
8 minutes
Insurance
on the
has
clock.
been protecting our
Santa Rosa with the lead to start quarter number 4. Dave Cox and Travis Taylor bringing you the action tonight from this Rose City tournament. Clark trying to get the steal. Petaluma needs a nice little flurry to get some momentum going. They had some momentum at the end of the second quarter. They lost it in the third.
It'd be a big first 3 minutes of the fourth quarter. I think Santa Rosa, if they win those 3 minutes, the game might be out of reach. If Petaluma can go on a little run early in the quarter, we're going to have a ball game down the stretch.
Garcia adds to his point total. He has 13 now, and the lead is 12 for the Panthers. Nice job by Zeta to get across the timeline. Clark in the corner. Nice spin. Nice rebound. George Tynes working hard, and he'll get some free throws for Petaluma.
No,
went out of bounds.
Yeah, just a block shot, so it'll stay Petaluma ball on the baseline underneath. Yeah, good hustle, sticking with it. And then the block shot by Santa Rosa.
Nice defense by the Panthers. Tynes gets it back up top now. Prez looking for Brown underneath. Brown muscling his way up and under. Didn't take the shot, and the Panthers took it away.
Yeah, probably should have shot that ball.
Baker back up top. Goodwin looking for a lane. Finds one and scores. Interestingly enough, that is Grant Goodwin's first basket of the ball game. And it's a 14-point lead.
Santa Rosa plays so fast. We'll see what they do here as they extend their lead, if they're able to slow it down and kill clock, or if they just keep the pedal down.
Another steal. Well over 20 turnovers. In and out. Rebound Petaluma.
The problem with these turnovers for Petaluma is they're leading directly to layups and easy baskets for Santa Rosa.
Nice rebound. Dylan Leslie had position that time for the Panthers, and here comes Baker giving it up to Garcia. Garcia, nice pass. Gaudreau is bumped in the lane by Clark, and he'll shoot a pair. Andre Gaudreau for the Panthers.
I think we're finally starting to see that depth from Santa Rosa taking its toll on the Trojans.
Well, not only that, the fact that they have been hawking them full court. There's some exhausted Trojans on the floor just trying to get the ball up and down the floor. It's been tough for them.
Exactly. Alexander coming back in with 4 fouls, so he's going to have to be smart and make sure he plays with his feet and not reaching in or trying to block too many shots down there in the post.
Gaudreau got the roll, but the whistle. Coach Lott's thinking that's going to count. Ball went down. Officials are going to talk this over. Steve Fuji and Will Smith having a conversation.
I really don't have any idea what the confusion is here.
Blew the whistle right as the ball hit the iron. Basket is going to count.
Technical foul called?
Yeah, I'm thinking that's what happened here. It's against Petaluma, and I believe it's against Julian Garahan.
Coach Bears seems a little bit surprised by the call. He gives it a laugh, trying to laugh it off.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he said something or elbowed somebody going for the rebound. I'm not exactly sure what it was. Coach Bears has the "are you kidding me" look on his face, I think, right there. Dylan Leslie now who goes to the free throw line. So Gaudreau finished his, and now Leslie will shoot. So it's bonus situation for both teams. And Leslie gets 1 of 2. Zach Clark has his 8th rebound. He's done a nice job on the boards tonight. Very good jumping ability for Clark, as evidenced by the fact that they have him jump center, and now Baker fouls Izetta. Izetta's done a nice job trying to get the ball up the floor tonight. A lot of the turnovers have been after he's distributed. See if he can cash in at the free throw line now.
These fouls are the Panthers' enemy right now. The Panthers want this clock to keep moving. Don't want to allow the Trojans to make baskets while the clock is stopped.
Goodwin has the rebound. Up top, Andre Gaudreau.
Santa Rosa still attacking this 16-point lead here.
Taken away by Izetta. Open floor. Goodwin comes up with the block. Garahan thought he had an easy one, and Goodwin says, not tonight. Timeout taken. On the floor, it's a full, so we'll step aside. Santa Rosa with a 16-point lead here in the Rose City Tournament third place game. We'll be back with more action here as we finish this one out at the John Fitzgerald Gymnasium.
I'm failing. No big deal.
What about college?
Face it, I'm not getting into college.
Fighting doesn't work.
We can't let him keep failing.
Maybe he'll outgrow it.
It's not just a phase. You saw his report card.
Ignoring it doesn't work.
Ma, I said I'd do better. Saying it and doing it are 2 different things.
Punishment doesn't work. What does work is a Huntington Learning Center. By improving basic skills, we build motivation and confidence, and kids look forward to learning. Call 1-800-CAN-LEARN today. Your child can learn.
Tonight's game presented by title sponsor Izetta Data and Communications, specializing in data and voice cabling, delivering the highest quality of workmanship and materials. Izetta Data and Communications.
Tonight's game sponsored by Huntington Learning Center in Windsor. For more information, give them a call at 707-836-7800. That's the Huntington Learning Center in Windsor. Nice lead for Santa Rosa. They've kind of stretched it out just a little bit here in this fourth quarter. Izetta nails a 3 from the corner. His first 3-pointer of the night.
Nice inbounds play out of the timeout by Coach Bears. Got Izetta a good look at the corner. He knocked it down. Petaluma still hanging around. They got kind of one last chance to make a run to get back in this ball game.
But Goodwin sticks a 3 at the other end. Big basket there for Grant Goodwin. That hurt.
Not quite the dagger, but we're getting closer.
Still 5 minutes to play, so Petaluma, if they can settle down and get a few more good looks. Alexander Doesn't get the three. Gaudreau comes down with it. His 6th rebound of the night. Here comes Goodwin now, running the floor. Tries to flip it up with the left hand, and Alexander has it. 7 rebounds for Kenny Alexander. Izetta fouls in the backcourt, trying to come up with a steal.
Yeah, Goodwin looks to be a real talented player. It's the first time I've seen him, and that was, a good opportunity to attack the basket. But with a big lead like this, you might want to pull it out. They could have ran some clock, and instead, Petaluma gets a free throw. But there you see that 3 answering Izetta's 3. So it's good to stay aggressive. Panthers they play one way. They play fast. They're the aggressors. It looks like they're going to do that all the way to the buzzer.
Having a good ball game. 8 points now on the night. And Santa Rosa blows the whistle. So they'll take a timeout here with 4:33 to go. A 14-point lead for the Panthers. And we'll step aside ourselves. Good ball game, but Santa Rosa in control here in the Rose City Tournament 3rd place game.
Highlights presented by Wild California, featuring the crispiest, crunchiest, most delicious, and healthy snack around. Watch out, potato chips. Things are about to get wild. Available in Sonoma County at Oliver's Market, G&G, and Molesberries. Looking to buy or sell wine country, ranch, and vineyard property? Vice Properties, with over 75 years of combined experience, can make it happen. Vice Properties specializes in North Bay ranch and vineyard properties with in-depth local knowledge and relationships unparalleled in wine country. Vice Properties can also help with commercial, investment, and residential properties. We know the market. Let us help you get the best deal possible. Call Vice Properties today.
Here you see the bracket. It is Cardinal Newman and Redwood that will be playing for the championship. That game was supposed to start at 5:30, but it's going to be a little later than that. And a good tournament. A lot of good teams making some noise and having a great time playing basketball here at the John Fitzgerald in this 51st Rose City. The question remaining, who will be the champion for 2018 as Goodwin fires up a 3, no good, and Alexander has his 8th rebound of the night.
Petaluma showed a little zone for the first time tonight, that last possession.
Izetta bringing it up. Still 4 minutes to play. Petaluma hoping to make a run.
Here's this play for Izetta. They're going to try and reverse the ball all the way to him.
Block. Alexander. Alexander to the free throw line. Gaudreau got him from behind. And Kenny Alexander's had a good overall ball game tonight so far with 11 points and 8 rebounds.
Basketball is a big man's game. As good as these guards are, you can't teach the size and height, the strength of Alexander. It's important to have some muscle down around the basket.
12 points for the big man. He's tough to guard. He uses his body really well. And he gets them both. Has a nice touch, too, for the big guy. 13 points now for Kenny Alexander.
Looks like Petaluma's just going to sit in the zone. If I'm Santa Rosa, I'm content killing about 30 seconds of possession.
Izetta almost came up with a steal. Garcia tries to make him pay, and he does. Isidro Garcia with 16 points. He's had a great ball game, and it's a 15-point lead for the Panthers. And the Trojans throw it away. That's their 24th turnover. Full court pressure has been tremendous tonight for Santa Rosa.
Yeah, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. It looked like Petaluma had a sure steal there, and Santa Rosa was lucky to keep the ball, and then they banged a 3. Again, Petaluma staying in that zone, so no rush for the Panthers with a 15-point lead and just over 3 minutes to play.
Goodwin fouled. He'll get 3 free ones. Cortez got him in the corner. How about that? 3 freebies.
Never want to foul a jump shooter, especially behind the three-point line.
Goodwin has 5 points and 1 rebound so far tonight, a couple steals as well. Imagine the student section will start filling out here as Cardinal Newman always brings in a pretty good crowd here for this tournament, especially if the home team's in the championship game. So this place will get a little bit louder.
Yeah, it should be fun tonight for the championship. One of the favorites in the MCAL, the Marin County League, and one of the favorites up here in the NBL Oak Division, going head-to-head. I said bad foul, but what do I know? He misses all 3.
Yeah. Zach Clark. Alexander with the follow. Petaluma with a little bit of life. Double-double for Alexander, who has 15 points and 10 rebounds. But the lead is 13. Gaudreau in and out. Big rebound for Petaluma. Coming down with it was Cole Stremlaw. Boy, did they need the possession right there, but they turn it over. Open floor. Goodwin with the breakout and the lay-in. Grant Goodwin has 7 points now.
Another case of those turnovers leading directly to layups. You know, if you're going to turn it over, I'm sure Coach Bears would rather have Petaluma just throw the ball out of bounds so it doesn't lead to transition for Santa Rosa.
Stremlaw with a floater down the lane. He's checked in moments ago, and he's active already.
Good box out there by the Panthers. Little guys boxing out some of the big boys. I think Coach Lott's asking for a little patience here. Anna Garcia pulled the ball out. Yep.
Panthers are going to choose some clock. Madison Lott begging them to pull it out. Finally, they get the message, but 10 seconds on the shot clock, so Garcia's going to try to make something happen, and he does. Gaudreau with the lay-in off the dish, and the Panthers have a 15-point lead.
Good rebound by Gaudreau, and I think the Panthers will be content to walk it up the floor here and chew this last bit of clock up. Coach Lott's going to use a timeout, it looks like, to empty the bench and get some of these kids who haven't played in the ball game. Looks like Coach Bears will do the same thing for Petaluma as well. Get everyone a chance to see the floor here in the last minute plus. Well, Petaluma did a good job hanging tough. Just ran out of gas a little bit. Here in the fourth, they didn't have legs on their shots, and obviously the turnovers have been the story of the game. You see Garcia here, and this is after Coach Lott asked him to pull the ball out. They ran about 30 seconds of clock and then attacked the basket, drew a second defender, and a nice pass to Gaudreau for the easy layup. And that probably sealed it right there.
Tonight's game sponsored by Cardinals for Mr. Kirk, an alumni organization dedicated to working with the current administration to preserve the traditions of Cardinal Newman High School, and the Panthers with the lead here wrapping this one up. Looks like they have a good hold on third place, and the question still remains, who will be the champion here in 2018? We've got a good one coming up after this one. We'll turn off our live stream for a moment, get set up for the championship game, Redwood and Cardinal Newman. So it looks like it's going to start closer to 6 o'clock rather than 5:30. Panthers with the lead. Created a lot of havoc with their full court press tonight. Looked like a team that is definitely going to surprise some people in the North Bay Oak this year, but they took a little too much time right there.
Yeah, you always want to play the whistle there. Petaluma kids heard the shot clock buzzer go off, but there was no whistle, so the ball was out of bounds back to the Panthers, and they get a quick layup on the inbounds play.
So Santa Rosa making something happen despite the fact that They almost gave up the possession. There's Perez down the lane, and he'll go to the free throw line to shoot a pair with just 32.2 to go here in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, Perez's older brother, Ryan Perez, is one of the standouts for the JC Bear Cubs this year.
He's a great player.
Yeah, he was a great player for the Trojans a few years back, and now he's helping Coach McMillan and the Bear Cubs win games this year.
Shot clock is off. Panthers have this one in the bag. Nice tournament for Santa Rosa. Nice block by Tynes.
Tynes is an athlete. He plays above the rim for sure.
Campos fouling Perez in the backcourt with just 14.5 to go.
Perez have a chance for redemption here. Missed 2 free throws. Another shot at it. Knock him down here.
It's been a tough shooting night for Petaluma, start to finish. And last night also they kind of went into a little bit of a shooting slump. And it's cost them.
Most overlooked thing in basketball. We all talk about defense and jumping to the ball and, execution, but you got to make shots. Put the ball in the basket.
Nice offensive rebound. Gehring puts it up himself. No good.
Santa Rosa will be content to run these last few seconds off the clock here.
And that's going to do it. It's a final. Santa Rosa does complete a 2-1 run, to go 6-2 on the year. After winning their first one, they win the last one, and I think you can leave the tournament with a smile on your face. Third place in the Rose City is nothing to be ashamed of.
No, I think a great weekend of basketball for the Panthers. Coach Lott's got to be really happy with the effort. And you know what? The loss was to Redwood. I think that loss will prepare him for the league season.
So there you have it, a final of 56-39. Big game tonight for Isidro Garcia. He led all scorers with 16 points. We'll take a break right here. We'll take a brief pause in our live stream. We'll be back with the start of the championship game in just a moment here on YSN365.com.
At George Peterson Insurance, we support the communities we serve and live in. You'll find us helping out at the Boys and Girls Club and Sonoma Humane Society, collecting food for the Redwood Empire Food Bank, and more. It's our goal to make our neighborhoods a better place. We're invested in your success. For over 75 years, George Peterson Insurance has been serving our communities and customers with top-notch service and competitive pricing. Find out what we have to offer. George Peterson Insurance, we've got your back.
Stockholm Construction specializes in metal stud framing, drywall, taping, acoustical ceilings, doors, frames, and hardware. Stockholm Construction is a family-owned and operated business with an emphasis on teamwork, establishing a reputation for completing their projects in a timely and professional manner while delivering a quality product. Stockholm Construction.